Hi FlossTube, this is Barb with Lost and Floss. Today is Monday, July 1st, 2024, and this video is primarily about cross stitch. Today I also have a great wool applique project that I finished up. Woo-hoo. And I have something to share with you that I'm excited about. Welcome any new subscribers I may have, and welcome back to my returning people. I'm always glad to have messages from names that I recognize, and it's just such a fun community. A lot of patriotic stitching, although I'm starting to feel like I want to move on to fall now. But I've made great progress on Brenda Gervais' Stars and Stripes. I'm stitching this on Lakeside Linen 36 count vintage pecan butter. And really, I'm getting really close to being done with this. You have to excuse all the wrinkles, but I just wanted to get moving on doing this, and I'm going to get this piece done yet this year. So just mostly some more leaves and stars, pretty mindless, easy counting. So it should be done soon. Was it last year? Yeah, I think it was last year. Valerie, Stitching in the Barn, gifted me with the kit for Florence Mary Dickinson, Hands Across the Sea sampler, and all the, is it 100.3 silk threads that go with it, this cute little pouch. I've never stitched with these before, but they are very nice. Cute floss ring. And look at all the goodies in there. I decided that the called for tabby cat was just a little bit too old and crusty for me for that chart. So I decided instead to stitch it on 36 count Lakeside vintage exemplar. I started this on the summer solstice, and I almost showed you the wrong side. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look all that great. But I started in the middle because I'm not perfectly sure what kind of margins I'm gonna have, but I've got like some of the greenery, and I almost got back to stitching on this last night, but instead I kept on that the one I just showed you, the Patriotic, because I thought, well, after the 4th I'm not gonna feel like stitching Patriotic, so I'll rather move on to this one at that point. I have not worked on the stocking at all. Shame on me. I need to get at it. This is Americana Carriage House Samplings. I'm using Lakeside Linen 36 count Luna and stitching 1/2. I've kind of gone with using my own colors. So I've got a tiny little start on it, but you can see what it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is, I'm like, is this really off? But I think this is a different color, and that's why it should balance out, hopefully. If not, I look like I have a very lopsided thing going on there. I did work on one of my Prairie Schooler Santas till I ran out of the color, or I didn't run out, but I couldn't find the color for the snowshoes. So this one is 2011, It's in here somewhere. Oh my gosh, maybe not. Santa, where are you? Here he is. Here he is with his friends. Let's see, where is that one? I think he's this one. Yes. So I'm going to have these 5 done. And that one. So they all have their faces. So then it gets a little bit easier for me if I'm looking at their faces, then I know that I can keep stitching. I think maybe I worked on this one just a tad bit. And I don't know why I'm procrastinating on it, because I love it. It's With Needle and Thread by Samplers Not Forgotten. I'm using 40 count antique lace by Number 12 Stitch Company. This is how far I am. This is another one when I, pull it out. I just think, why haven't you been working on that? Because it is gorgeous. I changed the color of the flowers, and I'm so glad I did, because they just were kind of falling into the background, and now they just look bold and beautiful. Oh, we'll just tuck that one away. What is this one here? Oh, this is one that I'm going to stitch. Got a little remnant, but there's a quilt shop, River's Edge Quilt and Antiques, I think it's officially called, in Hayward, near where our cabin is. And I probably for the last 2 years, every time I go in, I ask her about carrying cross stitch. So they're finally starting to carry a little bit, and so I had to support them by buying something. And I figured I'll stitch this really quick this year. This is by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's lamb that I love, and sorry for the glare. But I'm just gonna pick out, I think, my own colors and like make it a little bit more prim. This was one of Leanne's starts, the Pin Key Pledge Allegiance 1892. And last time I commented that I really didn't enjoy doing lettering, but then I worked on a little bit and I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. Maybe it's because it's starting to take shape a little bit. This is what we have. America and of the Republic, for which. So I have ways to go on that, but I really feel like perhaps I can get it done this year. And I think I did work on this a little bit too. This is 1999 Christmas Sampler by Carriage House Sampling. I hate stitching on black. I'm like, oh, it's just, I'd never do. I really don't think I'll ever do it again. That's how much I don't like it. And I've tried a lot of the tricks, but yeah, it's just, I'm gonna get this done though. And it's getting really far. This is a picture this plus, I think. And I like how it looks. Not too much further to go on it. This is one of those things that, you know, oh, no, this isn't what I thought it was. It's in this one. It's one of those things that I started a long time ago. And I'm just about ready to be done with it. It's Little House Needleworks Spring Band Sampler. And it's because I stitched the other 3, and those are done. I'm stitching this mostly with colorful colors. I think on a 32 count. And really, I just have a little bit to finish up. Hopefully I have enough fabric. Oh no, it's on, it's on the top, no worries. I have more up there, so that's good. It's an easy stitch, but just gotta keep plugging away at it. I did make a little progress on my barn/house Plum Street samplers this happy morning. I just need to get this done. It's so pretty. I'm like looking at it thinking, kind of looks rough, but I'm looking at the back. Front looks much better. So, I mean, I have the whole bottom part to do, but moving along on the top part quite a bit. I should just keep plugging away on ones that are that far. I finally started, just minimally, Stars and Stripes by Shakespeare Peddler and Plum Street Sampler. It's this chart. Originally I was going to do the and on a red Aztec, but I gave up that idea. So I have a tiny, tiny little start, and this is 36 count Patriots Brew R&R, but I'm really wondering if this looks, I think it's gunmetal, and I'm wondering if I'd rather have it be a little bit more navy. So, like when I see it here, I guess, no, here, it looks, I don't know, it looks more navy to me, so I may go back and pick out a different color for that one. Oh, I must not have worked on this because it's still on its board, which I clicked to last year, or last video, because I was much more organized for that one. We came back from a week at the cabin, so I've been trying to get my plants revived. But this is Christmas in My Heart, Samplers Not Forgotten, and I love this one. I really just need to finish it up. That's what I say about a lot of things. Alrighty. Then I believe this wasn't a new start from last time, but this is the Smith sampler, and I took advice of viewers who just said keep going with that border color. So I decided to. So I'm stitching this totally with the called for colors. It's Scarlet House Smith Sampler. It's really one of the prettiest samplers I've seen. Yeah, I should take it off because it makes me feel bad every time I look at it. It was a piece of Lakeside linen 40 count lentil from Stitchville. Sadness. But you never know. There's new shops that open, so I was excited because the new one is opening in New Glarus, Wisconsin. Happy little stitch shop. We'll have a storefront. But I did work. I'm hoping to like get the border, at least that one row, to match, and then I'll feel better about working on it. As you can see, I've changed locations. I still have nothing on this blank wall, but I'm going to work on it. I definitely want to hang Our Lasting Friendship up there and a few other things. I don't know. I've toyed with the idea of like permanently leaving some of my Patriotic stuff up on these walls, but haven't quite decided yet. But anyways, I have a couple of finished stitches. And the first one is an old Blackbird design called Summer Souvenir. And it's from the book Tokens of Friendship. My stitchy friend Kathy lent me her book, so I have no idea like how it would be to try to find this, but I loved almost every chart in the book, so I will be stitching more of them. But I stitched this to give it a more rustic look. I stitched it 1/2 on 32 count vintage exemplar by Lakeside Linen. It's really just such a great neutral color. And I'm just going to put a simple frame around it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try to use one of the many I have in my basement or if I'm going to purchase something new. But definitely probably just going to use a stock 8x10 and have a wider margin. So I'm happy to have that one completed. And then I have another. So I'm thinking of maybe just like a frame like this, and I might paint it up a little bit. I'm not really sure. That one kind of screams rustic to me. The other Blackbird design one I finished stitching on is Stars and Stripes. And I just thought it was a cute, simple design. I stitched this on a mystery 36 count fabric, so I have no idea what it is, and I'm omitting the border. I did make a couple more red stars to balance out a little bit more of the red, and added a few little stars where the flag is. I had, I'm like, I thought from the reverse the K looked like I forgot to stitch something there. I made a mistake where I put one of the stars too far over, but I just worked with it. I wasn't going to start ripping things out. And I just used two colors, Americana by Weeks Dye Work, and the red is Classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler. And I'm thinking I don't know what I'll do for finishing. Maybe a flat fold. Haven't really decided. Okay, this is the exciting part of the show. Quite a few years now, I've gotten the Prairie Schooler Santa and stitched it in the year it came out. And I always buy two so I can give one to you. And I think this one's really cute. And I don't think it will be too bad to stitch because like the background is just all outlines. So if you would like a chance at winning this chart, please leave a comment and let's just say Santa. So simple enough. And I hope to come back relatively soon with another video, maybe showing the finishes that I didn't get to this time. And so if you would like that, please use this opportunity to leave a comment or just even leave Santa, and that's all you need to do. Okay, now I have some great, well, I think they're great. I don't know if you think they're great, but I think they're great finishes. The first one is, ooh, dropped one of them. One of those monthly series. And this one is May. I had it finished a long time ago, but I never fully finished it so I could get it on that board. I got the PDF. It's a Sub Rosa, and it's Patriotic Series number 4, Patriotic Pincushion. And I stitched on 28 count vintage exemplar lakeside linen. And I stitched it 1/2, so it would have a very vintagey look. Now instead of stuffing it with fiber fill, I stuffed it with walnut shells, but I think because of that, you get like that curve more, which I'm not really sure I like. So I may be emptying this, although I covered the hole. I tried to like bring in a design from this side. And I guess I should put it on an angle, but that's not where my opening was. I had it straight on. So I just did a little wool applique on the back. And you know, if I put this in a basket, I might just call it good enough. It's like you always look at your things and think, is that really how I wanted it to be? Waxy Moon Designs. I stitched the 3 Patriotic houses on 32 count, I believe. The color that used to be Confederate gray, that I think is now just gray. But we have the Liberty House. And America. And the final one is Freedom. So I know right where they're going to go, and I'm pretty excited for that. On to Stop at the Floss. I wanted to show my wool applique piece I finished up, and I just have the little pamphlet here where it is. Well, not quite sure where it is, but it's a primitive gathering piece, and it's the geranium. And my little bit of quilting is not perfect, but as many quilters say, and Leanne used to always say this, done is better than perfect or something like that. I bought like this, like a 1/4-inch foot for my machine, but I don't really like it. It has something, and I thought it was like from Janome, but it has something that goes down, and I find that distracting. But I'm very happy with how this turned out. I just used like a Patriotic print on the back, and I feel good that I finished it this year. Every once in a while I do get one of my goals accomplished. Something I bought at River's Edge Antiques and Quilt Loft in Hayward is another one of the Primrose Cottage stitches, and it's Autumn on the Farm. I'm not gonna finish it in the barn thing, but I think it's cute. It kind of reminds me the feeling of Cinnamon Stars, which I loved. And so I think I'm going to be stitching this fall. I don't think I did much fall finishing at all last year, or stitching. So, well, no, I did one piece, I think. And so I'm kind of anxious to move on to that genre. I think I'm going to put away my Patriotic things pretty soon and then move on to that. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of gardening. We go away and then I spend time trying to nurse my flowers back to shape and get the yard in order. But we spent a week at our cabin, and our son and his girlfriend and dog came over, so it was nice to spend a couple days with them. We've had lots of graduation parties in the family, so nice to see some of the relatives haven't seen in quite a while. What else has been going on? Oh, did a fun night with my walking friends. We went out for pizza and then to this kind of eclectic bar, I guess you'd call it, or like lounge, I would rather, I think is more appropriate. It's all looks like it's stuck in the 60s, and we went there specifically for ice cream drinks. I don't even know how we got on that topic one night. And so that was really, really a fun night. They have a outside area that we just looked around there, but didn't spend any time outside. Have been doing a lot of walking, which is good. We have a trip coming up this fall that we're trying to get in, like shape for hills and all that. So that will be fun. What else has been going on? Really? Oh, I got my new storm door finally. So after 37 years of hating my original one, I can say that I finally am happy. The front of the house looks nice. So, and I've seen the grandkids a couple times. We had an overnight with them, which was fun, although it was like kind of quick because they didn't come too early and they had to leave early because we were heading up north. I think that was on coming up. We don't have a lot of plans. We're going to go out and see fireworks with our friends in their boat and maybe go to a parade and picnic in the morning of the 4th. It's just nice to have some time to get some projects done around here. Toying with the idea of painting our spare bedroom. We'll see if that happens or not. I am the queen of procrastination, so never really count on it to come back, maybe just for a quick video within a week. I'll have hopefully those 2 pieces that I have FFO'd, and then I will announce the winner of the Santa chart. So I hope everyone's doing well, and yeah, happy summer. Can't believe it's July. We always say that. It's like, I can't believe. But one time they were showing on the news, like, I don't know, it was news people, and they were saying, I can't believe it's, summer's here, or summer's over with, or, when it was like, you don't realize how often you do use that as conversation, right? So I know people always like to see summer patriotic stitching, so I'll include just quick clips of that at the end. And let's keep this short and simple and sweet, right? I'll maybe go out and see if I can my garden is not at its prime. We've had tons and tons and tons of rain here, which it's great because we planted some trees both here and up north. By we, I mean my husband. So, it's good for that, but it just seems like the flowers are almost getting too much water. So I'm trying to coax them back to full strength and get some more blooms out of them. But that hasn't been the best so far. Plus I had these beautiful miracles I planted, and I think it's what are they called? The wheelie mealies, or the ones that they generally eat decayed stuff, but they seem to like my miracle leaves, and then left them with just like a single stalk, no leaves on it. And finally I'm like, I'm just sick of trying to combat these things. I just went and bought, because I had wax begonia miracle alternate every other in front for contrasting color, and I'm like, nah, they don't seem to like the wax begonias. So I just went and bought another pack of them, and I think I have 1 miracle left in there. But it's like, it's so disheartening when you try. I mean, we've been using a lot of deer off to keep. There's a mama deer and baby deer that are in the woods right behind our house. We've seen them numerous times. So I try to spray that, because it really does smell like super rotten eggs. Like, we're sitting on the patio the other night, and it's like, what is that smell? And I'm like, hopefully our septic is not giving problems, and then realized I had sprayed the holly bushes with deer off. So it does, if you keep up with it, it does work. If it rains, it's supposed to last through rain, but I don't know. And, my husband always says, oh, you could just use a little spritz, and I'm like soaking down around the whole plant. I especially was doing that with my tulips, because I didn't want them to get eaten by the animals. Well, so this has turned into ramble. So haircut tomorrow. Maybe I'll get some cool things at my thrift stores. I'm not going to hold my breath. But yeah, nothing earth-shattering going on, so I guess that's a good thing. So I hope you're all doing well and continue to fill the world with love, and we'll see you soon, and have a winner for Santa. Happy 4th. Bye. We're starting off with the shelf in the foyer. Got kind of an eclectic mix of old and new things, but the first stitch is Souvenirs of the Heart by Brenda Gervais, and the finish is just a little flat on the back, so it's always going to be leaning against something, but I kind of enjoy that finish because you can just tuck it into a basket or stick it on a shelf against a wall. This next one is American Primitives by Teresa Kogut. I made a ton of changes to it, but I'm so glad I persevered. It was one of those that I almost gave up on. One of her earlier patterns that had, half stitches and full coverage, and made a lot of changes to it, but I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. The next piece is by Shakespeare's Peddler, and this one is a basket of red, white, and blue. I think I do need to restretch it a little bit, but maybe after summer I'll do that. And then this piece is the flat fold, and it's by Little House Needleworks, and it's Stars and Stripes. This little piece tucked into the tray is called Happy Flag Day, and it's by the Trilogy. And I think I did it a little bit different. And then I love this one. This is Brenda Gervais, Happy Birthday America. It's on the cute little cake stand. I got it as a kit, and it was such a fun stitch as well as finish with that alphabet fabric on the side. It does remind me of a cake. Really cute. And then we've got some cute little pillows in this sewing machine drawer box. This first one is from Prairie Schooler, from the chart called A Very Prairie Year. This is a freebie. I think I provided links in either Instagram or the stories back when I stitched it. And I can't remember what this one is either. And then this is one of my favorite Patriotic stitches. It's an Erica Michael Strawberry. Oops, it's getting kind of, over 1 on a 40 count, which was out of my comfort zone when I first stitched it, but it really is one of my favorite Patriotic pieces. And then this drum is Lady Liberty by Blackbird Designs, and it has the stitching that goes around the side. Pretty proud of how my stars lined up, but just another great Patriotic piece. Moving on to the shelves over the sideboard. This one is a Brenda Gervais. Let's see, I think it's called Liberty House. And this is a Blackbird Designs Summer's Jubilee. Another Blackbird Design American Eagle. And this is Little House Needleworks America. And another Little House Needleworks, I think it's Long May She Wave. This was one of my first finishes, so I'll have to show you because perhaps it will encourage you guys to do more of your own finishing. But look at how poorly this was done. Like every year that I pull this out, I think, oh, I should do something different with it. So maybe this will be the year. And then along with it in this little basket, I think this wool applique pillow was from Primitive Gatherings. And then this pillow, which I'm really happy with that finish. Let's see. This was, I think it's, let's see. Oh, America 1776 by Kay's Frame. Just very simple, but cute. And I love the little like bunting type finish on it. And then I left a lot of my like more summery, gardeny themed things up here. So this is Blackbird Design. It's in that Easter Parade book. And Bulb. Oh, I forget who those are by. Ours for Rabbit is Prairie Schooler. This is Brenda Gervais. Yeah, I'm going to be stumped on all of these. To Grow a Garden. This is one of my favorite sayings as a gardener. Another Brenda Gervais, well, two more. And then this is Bloom. I'm thrilled with how that turned out. I love the color of the fabric with the little ruched ribbon around the edge. And then this was my gift I received at Farm Girl Gatherings Fall Retreat last year. So really a cute finish, and I think it fits well with the theme. I forgot to show this finish. It's another great one. I just replicated what was in the book. Blackbird's Design. I can't remember if the book is called Sweet Land of Liberty or if this chart is called that. But anyways, it's in the book with all the other patriotic pieces, which I've stitched quite a few now, and maybe next year I'll go back and stitch another one. And we have another Brenda Gervais patriotic piece, Where Liberty Dwells. And I just painted, it was a gold charger, plate charger, but it makes a great finish for a piece that lends itself to being in the round. I've got this little thin strip between these doors, and so it's a perfect spot to hang something that's long and thin. This is Scarlet House Patriotic Scissor Pocket. I might have modified it a little bit because I was off, but I think it is really cute as a kind of just like a hanging pocket filled with a couple vintagey flags and some berries. The pieces here are not, I have them hanging on existing nails, so they're not really placed too well. But this is a Bent Creek piece, and I believe it was called Flag 1998 at the time. This is the other piece from Brenda Gervais' chart, Where Liberty Dwells, and just made some wool flowers and stuck a few stars in there. But really love it. And then I took 3 candle holders and painted them like chargers, I guess, for candles. And the top one is a homespun elegance piece called American Home. The middle piece is With Thy Needle and Thread, Strawberries and Stripes. And the last one is the Plum Street Samplers, Betsy's Tart, I guess. I was thinking it was Betsy Balloon, but it's not. And I did change the colors. I wanted all 3 to be kind of in the same color tones. This piece was kind of a thrift store save. It was framed like very, very 1988, because I think that's the year it was stitched. But I kind of jazzed it up. I don't think this is necessarily how I'd finish it now, but better than the original. And it was such a cute little stitch. I think I found the magazine that this was in. It was on the cover of one of the cross-stitch magazines from back in the day. And I found another one, so if anyone has the burning desire to stitch it, let me know and I'll send it to you. And then this one, getting a glare on this if I, oops. I almost forgot about this one last piece. Little House Needleworks Summer ABCs. I know I changed quite a bit of this stuff. Sorry, I just have it propped up on a chair so I could get a quick up and down video of it. It's one of those sizes that don't take well to being videoed, but I know I changed a lot of the stuff, so you would have to go back either in my Instagram or in the YouTube video years ago where I finished this one. This is another one of the monthly series I'm working on. It's by Prairie Schooler, and it's the July. I think I pretty much used all the called for colors, if I remember correctly. I guess I probably have posts on Instagram, or my videos from back when I stitched it would have that information. But this is the finish. I've got it in this like hanging basket thing by my front door, and I switch it out for the seasons, and usually the fence changes as to what's on it. But I think July is really one of my favorite months that I stitched.